Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford are finally going to meet on July 29th in a fight that fans have been anticipating for years. And this is the first part to a two-part breakdown of the upcoming fight by Stormy B-Man called The Naturalist and The Fundamentalist. Let's talk about it. The undisputed welterweight championship of the world will take place July 29th between Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford, two of the sport's pound-for-pound fighters, two top warriors who happen to be facing off in the same division for one crown, a sole champion amongst their peers. This fight has been cooking, brewing, stewing for at least 4 years. And over that period of time, there have been arguments, there have been debates, there have been friendships, affiliations, associations lost due to this highly competitive process. Two champions who will suddenly fight for one crowning glory. When we look at this fight, what we take note of is the fact that there has not been a fight of this magnitude. Some people want to go all the way back to Leonard and Hearns or Hagler and Hearns, that kind of thing. But more recent, I would like to say when Oscar de la Hoya took on Felix Tito Trinidad. So in this fight, we have Terrence Crawford, who's entering with a record of 39-0 with 30 KOs. Earl Spence Jr. is 28-0 with 22 KOs. The best of boxing at their weight class, which is welterweight. These two men also have something that is contrasting about their natures, their personalities, their boxing styles, their upbringings. And all of that makes for a DNA, a foundation of substance where you don't get this on a day in and day out basis in the sport of boxing. That's why it's so intriguing. But it's even more the reason why people, instead of finding a way to be at odds about a fight like this, come together in total appreciation of what the sport has to offer when you have this type of talent. Bringing up the talents. Take Spence, for example, a determined, pursuant fighter who has a single objective in there when he's fighting. He looks to go after his man and break him down. It's a systematic approach, almost as if you're in an old school lab and you're told to dissect a subject. He goes in behind the jab, he bangs to the body, he punches in combination in succession of pursuing his opponents. These are attributes that a lot of the top fighters don't bring to the ring. And when they do face someone, take Crawford, for example. what he sets forward in the fight. He's a poised and calculating assassin in there. He can go after people, but he's a little more crafty, seeking to set traps, sometimes almost like a creature of nature that is a hunter, but hunts from angles. And it's interesting because, like I said, it's a difference, a contrast in the styles of the two men. So as you put them together and you look at their contemporaries, they're the two who are most dangerous because of their approaches. And there's always more than one way to approach the sweet science. These two men are definitely highly competitive. They've displayed it even leading up to the point of considering facing off against one another. They are both undefeated fighters, and no one has come close to taking their O away from them. They've won in a variety of ways. Spence has been more consistent with how his fights end. Crawford has had abrupt endings to his matches and also has seemingly pulled things out in moments when you least expect it. So he is kind of the one who is unorthodox in this sense. Many people look at the physicality of the men, but that is not what this fight is about. This fight is going to be about what's inside of the men. Will testers are apparent here. You see, what happens when fighters get to this level, having accomplished what these two soldiers have accomplished? Skills are varying. It becomes a test of will, a test of character, a test of fortitude. And therein lies also an opportunity for the intangibles to take place in a fight like this. If either man is facing something that they've never faced before, their immediate reaction to what they're encountering will give more of an insight as to who they are as fighters, which is another reason why we talk about the fighters of today not fighting competitive matches throughout their careers, not just to win a title or to become undisputed, but to challenge themselves along the way so that they could have growth toward being or becoming a more complete fighter. That is the essence of it at the end of the day. And this fight is going to further show the masses those principles. You have two men who are more than capable, but it is going to take them facing one another to bring out the best as far as what they bring to the sport. That will cement their place in the annals of boxing history and legacy. And that's what this is, a true legacy match. They should not leave their careers having not faced one another, because that will have given them the opportunity to not only see who's best, but to provide themselves with the type of experience of having been tested by someone who was considered on an even ground. Stand by for part 2. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about this part 1, the Naturalist and the Fundamentalist. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.